Top commercial insurance companies. A corporation is a legal entity created by or under the authority of the laws of a state. The corporation is distinct from the individuals who comprise it. That is, a corporation is distinct from its shareholders. The term corporate veil generally defines the insulation provided to shareholders of a corporation from claims made against a corporate entity for its debts and other obligations arising from contracts entered into by the corporation. However, in some situations a director, officer, or shareholder of a corporation can be held personally liable for the actions of the corporation. Such cases include certain contractual exceptions, such as when a shareholder voluntarily agrees to guarantee a corporate obligation. In other circumstances, a statute or governmental regulation may take away a shareholder's liability shield. For example, a shareholder who actively participates in the management of a corporation's finances may in some circumstances be liable for unpaid taxes owed by the corporation. The defendant's failure to maintain adequate corporate records or to follow corporate formalities. The commingling of funds or assets between the corporation and its shareholders. These scenarios tend to occur when a corporation has only one or two shareholders who also function as its officers and directors and thereby control all of the corporation's operations. Some courts have employed a two-part test to determine whether to pierce the corporate veil. First, there must be such unity of interest and ownership that the separate personalities of the corporation and the individual no longer exist. And second, adherence to the fiction of a separate corporate existence sanctions a fraud, promotes injustice, or promotes inequitable consequences. Diversion of assets from the corporation by or to a stockholder or other person or entity to the detriment of creditors. Whether the corporation is a mere facade for the operation of the dominant stockholders. Have the requisite separation between their finances and those of the company. Prevent administrative dissolution of the corporation by filing all necessary reports and paying all franchise taxes to the state in a timely fashion. Have an adequate reserve to pay the corporation's creditors before paying dividends. Using the professional services of accountants and attorneys may help identify and correct potential problem areas before they develop into more serious issues. Owners of other business entities such as limited liability companies, limited liability partnerships, and professional corporations may enjoy the protection of the liability shield similar to that enjoyed by the shareholders of a corporation. The extent to which these business owners enjoy such protections as well as the relevant exceptions are set forth in the statutes governing each type of entity and in the judge-made law construing those statutes. Before forming any type of new business entity, it's wise to consult with an attorney to get advice about the liability shield that the entity will provide to its owners and its suitability to the purpose of your enterprise.